In today's video, we're going to be talking about my last video I made about fixies, and specifically about the aftermath of that video.
Oh crap!
But surprisingly, it won't be us that we're talking about because none of us got hurt. That is, of course, if you're not including my fixie. But anyways, let's get to the order that the damage took place. So the first person to actually test riding the bike into the front of the car was not me, but actually my friend Cole. And as you can see, Cole was pretty successful at not only making it look very believable, but also at not damaging my bike very much. And as we found out, those two things kind of go hand in hand. In order to make it look believable, you have to fling all your weight onto the top of the hood. And to not damage my bike, you have to put as little weight onto the front fork, which you can see Cole did a bit of, but I wouldn't put the blame quite on Cole yet, because I'm next to come. Whether it be that my mountain biking instincts came in and I wanted to lean back, or maybe I'm just fatter, but either way, I definitely put more of a number on my bike than Cole did. And even on this one, you're probably thinking, well, that wasn't that bad, and you're right. It actually didn't do that much damage at all to my bike because I was very lucky. I hit the car directly straight on, so that when my front forks were going to bend back a lot more than they would have, my tire hit against my frame and bounced back. So, woo, crisis averted. Good thing I didn't have my handlebars a little bit off, or else that would have been really bad. Or in other words, exactly what I did on this go. And unsurprisingly, this was finally the run that had pushed my bike just a little too far. And like I said, this is due to my handlebars being not perfectly straight, so it didn't bounce off my frame. It went beside it and went farther than it should ever be able to go back, and it really bent the front forks going back. And now something that you're probably wondering is, well, how did you even realize that you were bending the front fork? And well, here you go.
This is the side effect from the car video. You can point over there. This is the side effect that I bent the front fork from hitting it too hard. The front fork is bent and now it rubs against the frame. So maybe don't hit cars with your face.
So as you can see, we probably ended up bending the fork 2 or 3 inches. As you can tell, here was what the gap was like before the crashes. But you know, I wanted to fix it. So I went to what any logical person would see as the next step.
Better.
Well, I mean, that's a lie. It really didn't get any better, and this is because it's not an equal force pushing the forks away, so it's not going to bend them at all. I'm pretty much just whacking my tire for no reason, but I mean, hey, what do you expect from a guy that dropped out of Physics 20? But anyway, after giving it a couple days to think it over, I came at it with a new strategy, which at first was just getting my dad to pull on the front rim, which we quickly found out wasn't even close to the same pressure, so we went to our next idea that we knew would work, which started with us ordering a very specific and advanced through axle that is specific to only this front fork, as you can see here, and then we used a crowbar to pry the front forks. And the real trick to this approach was to make sure you were applying even pressure to each tube of the front fork, or else your handlebars are going to be perfectly straight and the wheel is going to look like this. So as you can see, we did have to correct it a bit. But after a few test rides, we finally got the fork back to a similar rake. And you know, all of this made me think. I mean, everything that happened here was because my friends and I ran into my car, which was parked. I can only imagine what a collision would be where a car is going full speed and a bike is going full speed. But anyway, that is the whole story of how I messed up my fixie and ended up fixing it. I thought it was pretty interesting and everything worked out really well. But now you're probably wondering if all that bending is going to make my front fork even weaker. And well, I have no clue. All I know is my bike is working and we'll see what happens. But anyways, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did want to watch that original Fixie videos where I talk about my first reactions, it's right there in the top right or link in the description. But anyway, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.